Morning, people. So, today I got bored, so I thought I'd start messing around with the car again. Um, so, what I've done, and this is quite a subtle change, is I've relocated where my Airlift Performance V2 Autopilot V2 controller is. So, it used to be way out here, and people used to be able to hit it with their knees and stuff, so I basically just flipped this panel round and flipped the mount over as well, so that the stereo's out of line from
Continuous recording will now start. GPS connected.
Thank you for that. So it's out of line of the knee bolster. I can still get access to the controls, which is good, and then I can get to this remote control as well. So it's a little bit more flush now. Yesterday I tidied up a whole bunch of cabling underneath the dash here, and I also need to get a new fascia panel, because I've actually cracked this one when I was messing around with it, and I think they're going for about £35 on eBay at the moment. So what I might try and do is go down to the breakers in Eastbourne and see if they've got a B5 up there. Last I saw they did have one. That was a few weeks back. Can't remember if the dash was intact though. The other thing I'm working on at the moment is trying to fix this dodgy micro switch in my door lock. So I've got a replacement second-hand unit coming in today, just waiting for them to deliver it, and this is basically the culprit here. So I've got the door stripped down ready to take the new unit, which plops in there, kind of like that. Just waiting for Parcel Force to turn up with it. So everything's all taken apart, ready. So I've been doing some testing with this old one. So I've got it, you can see it flashing away in the background there. I've got it plugged into the loom. I've got the door release pivot pulled down. And then basically what I can do is I can pull this latch down to simulate the door closing, and I can hear the relay going off inside the dash as well. And then I can also just release it to simulate the door opening, and it's currently working as is. So you push it in, door's locked, open the door, light comes on, but you can already see it's flickering a little bit there. And if you just sort of say off, on, off, on, off, on, so it's kind of misbehaving, but not as bad as it was when it's actually in the door. So it kind of makes me think, is it actually this door lock switch? It's not even turning off now. Yeah, it's kind of iffy. off properly. So what I'll have to do is just wait till the new unit comes. I don't think it's a wiring issue because I've wiggled this loom with it on. So what we'll do is we'll wait for the new switch to come, install it, see how we get on with that. If it doesn't fix the problem, then it's probably something else going on here. And I certainly hope it's not the wiring that's where the door hinge is, because that's going to be a bugger to trace. But we'll see how we get on with that. Catch you later. Well, it's all back together again, and apart from a small snag where I didn't plug a connector in right and I couldn't get all of the electric window switches to come up, the footwell light, which is my primary indicator for if this is working or not, seems to be consistently coming on straight away with the door, which is good because it basically means my problem's fixed now. And this also means I can rely on that buzzer, because that buzzer tells me when my lights are on, and it only works if the footwell light works. So I just simulated by pushing the latch in there by hand, but when I was having this intermittent problem, I actually left my lights on by accident because that buzzer didn't go off, because the footwell light didn't turn off, because I had a dodgy set of relays in the door lock. So I think we are all good to go. One strange thing that I did notice while I was messing around with this is that my door actually needs to drop down to open. You see that? So that's closed and that's just opening, so it comes out, drops down and then opens. So what that means is that this door striker here, and you can see from the evidence, is actually lifting the door up to help it close. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of research into how to sort that out, because the only way I can think of making the door close on the same plane is to adjust the hinges. So not something I really want to just mess around with randomly, because if the door doesn't shut properly and water starts leaking in, I'm going to be in trouble there. So a little bit of research on the internet as usual. that's about it for today. So that's it from me. Catch you guys later.